2017, and it's our 17th choral pilgrimage. So every year the 16 takes a programme up and down the country to cathedrals and abbeys, the whole stretch of the United Kingdom, and it's an amazing experience. But the idea of pilgrimage is one that should embrace absolutely everybody. You don't have to be of any faith to enjoy these concerts. So many of our beautiful cities, they have these glorious cathedrals and abbeys. They are wonderful buildings. If you've not been in that building before, it's a must to go and see. What is even more of a must is to actually hear music that resonates around the stonework. Palestrina is an Italian composer from the Renaissance period, Poulenc from the 20th century, French. Many centuries separate them, but they are both what I would call very honest, natural composers. Their art just flows from them in an incredibly natural way, and the sound world, which I often talk about, particularly with Poulenc, is so special. But the sound world of Renaissance music is equally special. This idea of polyphony, many voices interplaying with each other. The 16 had a big affiliation with Poulenc for many years. I really wanted that in the programme. Right from the first chord, you know this is Poulenc, it could be nobody else. And Soir de Neige, it was written at Christmas 1944, poems by Eloire, who Poulenc had an amazing affiliation with. The overall feeling that comes across through those poems is the solitude of nature, the solitude of the country. This is the country still under occupation by the Nazis, and it's very powerful. So many of Eloire's poems, really convey the savagery of war, the sort of nature of conflict, and why do we have conflict in the world? And Poulenc really responds to it incredibly well. It's so evocative, and we use the rests and the breaths to great effect.
So much of Poulenc's music is so beautiful. Lots of it requires us as sopranos, first sopranos, to be very high in our voices and often very quiet as well. So technically, that's quite difficult for us. It's something that we have to think about, the way we're breathing, how we're approaching the notes, and also adding the text on top of that. It is very much like a swan. We're gliding along on these beautiful lines, but underneath, there's a lot going on.
In our cathedrals and abbeys, those pieces are going to resonate rather well and work as a very good contrast to Palestrina. We'd recently recorded L'Homme Armé. This is a 13th century tune. It's the armed man. And so I thought this was the perfect link. Nobody quite knows who the armed man was. I mean, he's been synonymous with the Archangel Michael, this warlike element that links therefore with the Poulenc, a feeling of within conflict there has to be peace in the end. Palestrina is a master, he's a craftsman, he's the ultimate craftsman of the Renaissance, and he makes it work brilliantly. Here, the L'Homme Armé tune is in the tenor part, and it stays there in very long note values, over which the rest of the parts are creating this wonderful polyphony. We're always aware of that tune, and then sometimes it will dance, it will be in that 3 pulse that the L'Homme Armé tune is in. And so basically that's been my framework for the programme, that through the various concerts and the different acoustics that we come across, that it will take on a sort of life throughout the year. Every venue is special, and the communities there even more special.
It's a real family atmosphere. We're all great mates, we all have a great time, and I think that comes through with our singing as well. We really work as a team.
Our work is total joy, and if we can bring joy to everyone, that is fantastic. That's what we're about.